You closed on the house?
Oh my gosh, drama. But yes, closed on the house.
Nice. As of yesterday.
As of yesterday, we own and have possession of a house that is painted the wrong color.
Oh.
And I shouldn't say the wrong color. The color of the house is right, but they painted the garage doors and they weren't supposed to paint the garage doors.
Oh.
And when I showed up to the house yesterday, the painters were like cleaning up and I was like, oh my gosh, it looks so good. And I was talking to them about the interior and we talked for like 5-10 minutes and just real chatty. And, the garage doors are just drying. They'll be fine when they come down. I'm like, okay. And then they leave and I'm getting ready to leave like hours later. I'm like, the garage door is the wrong color.
Oh, man.
So that was like my third call to the realtor because the painters are cleaning up. My girls are bringing in stuff from the car and we're doing like the shoes off at the back door. And some guy just walks into the garage. I'm like, can I help you? And he goes, I don't know. Can you? And he's kind of being a smart ass. And I'm like, what's up? He's like, well, I'm here to do your water or your plumbing inspection.
Oh, okay.
I go, what? He's like, yeah, we got to check your plumbing. And I said, we closed on the house this morning. Are you sure this is the right house? He was like, you can't close on a house if it hasn't had the plumbing inspection. I'm like, well, I closed on the house and I don't know what to tell you. I'm sure you've done the plumbing inspection. He's like, I'll check my records, but this house has not been inspected. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, we may need to tear this house down and start over.
I mean, we've used the toilets.
I've inspected them.
I know that works. We've washed hands. I know that works. So timing is everything because he came in and I said, what happens if something's wrong? And he was like, we have to talk to your builder. I was like, okay, well, we can't get the water line in the fridge to work. And he was like, well, I can tell you if it's the fridge or the water line. I was like, okay, thanks. And he deciphered that it's the fridge. So we have to get a new fridge.
Oh. That scratch.
But the builder should have been able to, the scratched up fridge. And
so you never located this scratch on this fridge.
Well,
did you?
It does look like, kind of looks like somebody took sandpaper.
Oh, okay.
Like maybe like a little like, went. Like it's not noticeable. Like
Gotcha.
You probably wouldn't notice it, but now that I was cleaning the dust off of it, I was like, oh, there's the scratches.
Yeah, because you had mentioned that NFM, short for Nebraska Furniture Mart for the unfamiliar, had delivered it, and they're like, oh, sorry about the scratch on there. Don't worry, we'll hook you up with a discount on this. And you were like, I didn't notice any scratch, but you've located the scratch. At first, I thought maybe the scratch was inside the water line. Yeah, that scratch was inside the water line. That's why that's messed up.
Yeah. Well, the water line wasn't even delivered with the fridge.
So does that mean you get a new unscratched refrigerator then? At no additional cost?
Yep.
Probably.
No additional cost.
Look at that. See?
Yeah.
Silver lining, Kate.
But it's not going to come until April.
Oh.
So.
No fridge ice.
Yeah, no ice. The fridge part works. And she was like, wait a second, what doesn't work? And I'm like, the water to the fridge doesn't work. And she's like, but the fridge works. I'm like, the fridge is going to keep things cold. But the water to make ice and to dispense water, she's like, oh, you got to have that ice. I'm like, yes, you do. She was really nice after she figured out no ice. So they're just going to swap out the fridge. So we'll be buying, maybe some Quick Trip ice or Sonic ice. And
a good excuse to get that Sonic ice you love.
I know, right?
Does Quick Trip have good ice? I forget.
Quick Trip has crushed ice too, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. They give you the two options.
You've got the option, yeah.
Which I've never understood why anyone would go non-crushed.
Why would anyone do it?
We've talked before about how the crushed ice makes liquid colder faster, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it was like a science experiment, like 8th grade or something.
Mm-hmm.
It took thermometers to the ice and everything because you're exposing more surface area of the ice.
Ah.
It makes the beverage colder. Exciting.
Makes sense.
Plus, you can eat the ice. I mean, come on.
Plus, you can eat the ice.
Sheesh.
Right.
And I assume this refrigerator, if it was equipped with working ice maker, would crush ice for you.
It does. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So Kate just closed on the house.
Just bought a house.
And I got to go back to the part where they painted the garage doors the wrong color.
Yeah. Let's go back.
So you run into the painters. They're like, we're out of here. The garage doors are drying. So the garage doors were up.
They were up. Couldn't see them.
So they paint the garage doors and then raise them for some reason? Why?
I don't know.
I would think that would cause like some weird dripping action or something.
They had to go into the house to do some touch-ups.
Okay.
But both garage doors were open.
Wow.
So I couldn't see that they painted the garage. And I honestly, Matt, because I'm not a big fan of confrontation.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would have handled be like, excuse me.
Yeah.
Can you guys come back another day or redo the doors because that's the wrong color?
I hear you. I'm not a big fan of confrontation either unless I've had a poor night of sleep. Then I'm game.
Well, I'm with you. But because I spent a long time on the phone with Cox yesterday. So I was really like, are you kidding me? But it was all through text. So my sarcasm was dripping through text. After I spent a long time on the phone with Cox, they pushed me through to the agent on the text. And then it was just like at least an hour. And then they were like, no, you got to go through the phone. I would rather go through the realtor. Let the realtor deliver the bad news instead of me. Because they can't be like, why didn't she tell me? Well, the doors were up. I didn't see it. So
that's why they earn that sweet, sweet commission is to work on your behalf.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, and not their realtor, the builder's realtor, like that was discussed at our closing that the garage doors needed to be painted a different color. And okay, so the house is like this grayish bluish color. Okay. Yes. And it's got white trim. And I wanted white garage doors, but I didn't want them to leave the garage doors white like they came out of the box. I wanted the garage doors painted because I want it to look sharp and match the trim. So it was like the same white. Right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, because there's all kinds of different shades of white. Who would have thunk?
There's all sorts of whites. And it had to have been at least a 10-minute conversation with the builder and the builder's realtor about how I wanted the doors painted white. And we talked about every other house on the block, how none of them are white. They're all the same color as their house.
I love white. White, 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 white. Tell you what, can't get enough white.
Right. And my realtor was like, we think the white's really going to make the stone pop. And it's going to break up that really, dark grayish blue color. So, I mean, and they weren't talking trash on my decisions by any means. They were just like, are you sure? And we're like, yes. So the fact that I had to call my realtor 3 times yesterday and be like, hey, plumbing never inspected. The garage doors are the wrong color. The fridge isn't working. And there was something else.
No roof.
They were supposed to touch up something. There's no roof. No, but we have a house, Matt.
That's right. You have shelter. That's great.
Right?
Uh-huh.
It's awesome.
Fantastic. And then they'll fix all the other things.
All the things will get there.
Yeah.
All the things will happen. It's nice not having like a tense deadline. Like, how some people like, we got 3 days to get out. Like, right. We got time. We'll move boxes by boxes.
Check out this broad. She thinks we should paint these doors white. Well, let's put gray on there. She'll see.
She'll see. We'll change her mind.
She'll know when she sees it.
And their realtor is kind of like that guy. Like, why don't you live with it for a little bit and then you'll fall in love with it. I can just see that's how his response is going to be.
Live with it, yeah.
Why don't you just, let it grow on you?
Yeah, that's one of those things that you're not staring at long enough for it, for your mind to change, I don't think. It's just when you pull into the driveway and you're like, there's those incorrect colored garage doors. Great.
I know. But Matt, if we were buying the house, I would never tell Monty, like, we're not buying that house because the garage doors are, not white. And we would, like, that would be on the honey-do list, but it wouldn't be on the top of the list.
But that's one of the reasons why you build a house in the first place, is to get the right one.
Right. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like I expected it one way, and we actually made the decisions. And so that's why I'm kind of just disappointed. So I'm not like, oh man, the garage doors aren't the right color. Ooh. I feel like I have to clarify.
Yeah, it gets obnoxious when you start talking in that voice. Yeah. Like, oh, there goes Kate.
I know. Please don't, Kate.
No, that's good.
That's how sometimes I feel like I sound.
That's a good whiny voice, yeah. You should start using that in real life instead of just being your thought bubble voice. just break into a different character.
I should just start ordering food like that. Can I get
extra ice? Extra ice.
I need that with extra ice. I can't do it.
That's great.
Like, that's like nails on the chalkboard for me.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I apologize.
No, that's great.
Sorry.
No, never. I mean,
never.
Apology declined because no need.
I will not allow it.
Not allowing that, no. Even though I'm trying to allow and not allow things without it being said. I'm trying to improve on that.
You're trying to improve on your improvement?
Yeah. It's like, it doesn't matter if you want to allow it or not. I think it basically means, like, I'm not going to complain. I think that's what I'll allow it means. But it's a crutch. It's obnoxious. And I've been doing it less, Kate. I feel like I've stopped.
I know you have.
But you like to remind me from time to time.
Oh, it's just...
all the different ways I've let you down.
Here's the thing, Matt. If I didn't find it borderline funny, I wouldn't remind you. If you were like the obnoxious coworker that shushed me or said, I'll allow it. Oh. Like I can feel the steam kind of like rising in my head.
Yeah.
I hate being shushed. And like if you were a coworker that had, I don't know, just appear and no like control over anything that I'm supposed to be doing, I'll allow it. Well, and if you don't, what? Like, but it's funny when you do it because you are kind of one of my bosses. So
no, not really.
I'll allow it. Okay, thanks.
Oh, to be clear for the listener, Kate could easily get me fired if she wanted to. So that's the power dynamic here. Okay, thanks for allowing me to work today.
I think we have an equal amount of file on each other, right?
I don't know, Kate.
That's going in the file.
Oh, dear. Yeah.
I did used to work at an office where anytime there was like a, not a, like a borderline bad joke.
HR foul.
Yeah. HR foul. Thank you. Some people will be laughing and some people will be laughing uncomfortably and you could feel the uncomfortable laughter. The running joke would be like, please don't put that in my file. Like, please don't, include that in my file. That
you get file immunity if you request it after within 10 seconds of committing the HR foul.
Yep.
Okay, that's good to know.
That works because the guys who didn't ask for immunity, they definitely did not deserve immunity.
Are you using the word guys as a genderless term to apply to women as well, or is this specifically dudes?
You would think, but that was mostly dudes. Yeah, I would go majority dudes.
I don't know how I was able to guess that.
I know. Those were the dudes that had stuff in their files. We have a house, Matt. Yay!
Congratulations, Kate.
Thanks. I just got to get out of the apartment now.
So I know you're spending what total time for? Are you spending like a week moving from apartment to house total?
Hopefully a week. Hopefully it doesn't, like bleed over.
At least you don't have to do that marathon. Closed today on getting rid of this place and closed on moving into a new one. At least you don't have to do the 24-hour rush job, so that's good.
Right. I'm really happy about that.
You said it's like a 15-minute trek or 20-minute trek between places? Is that right?
In between, depending on traffic, 15, 20, yeah.
Oh, man, tell you what, I'm impressed with my memory right there.
Well done.
Just right there,
I'm not. I'm like normalized by your impressive memory.
Oh.
Your memory is very impressive.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
My long-term memory, I don't know, but
I think my short-term memory is going.
Do you?
Yeah, we were talking about something the other day. I'm like, did we talk about that? And you're like, yes. I was like, oh, like gone.
Yeah, hopefully we do this long enough that you're able to tell me once my memory starts going. Matt, you're slipping.
Oh.
Slipping.
I
don't know who else could really check me on that as forever hermit or whatever.
Forever hermit. I did get a housewarming gift, dish towels that said homebody, and I'm like, oh, these are staying out. So maybe I need to find out where she got them, and I'll get you some.
Oh, great. Yeah.
That's what you need. Dish towels, right?
For only me to see.
Homebody. You're like, yeah. Every time you walk by, you're like, yeah, you know it.
Or, oh, yeah.
What up, homebody?
Unless I get really sick of being a homebody, and then it'll be tragic reminder.
Do you think that in the after times people are going to be tired? I mean, I know that people are tired of being constantly home, but don't you think people are going to be like, I think we should spend more time at home?
I think there's a lot of people that think there's pin-up demand and pin-up cash in people's wallets where they're going to go just go spend and spend and spend. And those people might exist, but I think a lot of people may just be conditioned to do it turns out we really like every Friday night being board game night or something like that, you know?
Right? In Oklahoma, they want you to find and capture, not shoot to kill.
Okay.
Capture Bigfoot. They want you to turn him in unharmed, and you can win a $2.1 million bounty.
Okay.
But they are selling hunting licenses for Bigfoot hunting season.
But hunting in this case means capturing, specifically.
Capturing, yeah, but they're calling it hunting season.
Because I think if you were to shoot, I think Bigfoot's a primate. I don't think you're allowed to shoot
primates,
even if they're fictional.
Well, it's Oklahoma. All rules are out.
Is that right? Okay.
The rules are, yeah.
Yeah, so there's no dead reward. It's just a live reward. Like 2 million alive, 500,000 dead.
You bring in a carcass.
Yeah, no good.
Nothing.
You just have to, make a rug out of them.
Yeah.
That's your prize.
The rules in Oklahoma hunting. There are no rules.
Capturing Bigfoot. I don't think they're good. This is good a PR stunt by Oklahoma.
It's a great PR stunt, but at the same time, it was introduced as a bill by their state government where you're like, you guys got other problems in Oklahoma. Like, why isn't your education system getting the same kind of help us publicity as your tourism board?
Oh, here comes Kate caring about the children again.
I know, right?
So who's paying this bounty now? Is it what's the company that we used to use Sasquatch a lot in their commercials? Is it that company? Was that Geico?
What is that? Was it Geico?
Someone had Sasquatch. Yeah, well, it was a very effective ad campaign. Can't remember the name, and it ran
because we can't remember.
It ran for a decade. There's that sarcasm alert.
There it is.
Need a sound effect for that. Damn it.
The state plans to sell Bigfoot tracking permits as well as Sasquatch license plates and decals.
Do you know? I don't expect you to know all the ins and outs of this, but tracking permits. What's that allow you to do? Go onto public land and use that as your excuse to be there, or to shoot a tracking device onto Bigfoot's shoulder so you can track him down? Yeah.
Oh, see, I don't know. I was thinking it was they tracked you while you hunted.
Oh.
I don't know. So that if you did find him, they could track where you were so they could find his nest. I don't know.
What if it ends up being like Jurassic Park? Remember Jurassic Park where the velociraptors ended up hunting the hunter? Remember that?
Yeah, in the kitchen.
Messed up. No, wasn't this in the forest? And he's like, clever girl. Because he thinks he's got one, and then he turns to his right, and there's the velociraptor ready to remove his guts, Kate?
There, yep. I was just thinking of the kitchen scene, because those are velociraptors, right?
Yes.
Where the kids are hiding in the,
Yeah, the kids. Well, I got to be careful. I've already provided one spoiler for Jurassic Park. I don't want to say what happens to the children.
Don't say it.
All right, hold the spoiler.
Hold it.
Okay. The guy could have survived having his guts removed.
He totally could have.
Although, did they show him getting eviscerated? I forget.
I was trying to think of not spoiling the alert about Newman.
God, it's such a good film. Jurassic Park. The special effects in that, considering it was, a 1993 film or something?
Yes, we were watching Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and the special effects in there were almost laughable right now.
Lots of rear projection type stuff.
And it was such a big deal when it came out. And it was so good when it came out.
I think it's still pretty good. That's why it's helpful. I watched that on VHS recently. I think it helps if you watch it on VHS. It helps gloss over the question. Yeah, because the video quality is so horrible on VHS, you really can't spot the bad visual effects. So Jurassic Park, yes, 1993. Nailed that. Raiders of the Lost Ark is like 1985 or something, right?
If not sooner than that, right?
Whoops. Raiders
84?
accidentally wrote auto-completed Raiders schedule. No, thank you.
No. You get that out of here.
1981. Damn.
Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, they had a trilogy running the other night, so we were watching most of Raiders. We watched Raiders of the Lost Ark, and we started Temple of Doom.
Yeah, we were little babies when that one came out.
I know.
Oh.
But you know what? Here's the thing. I was saying the special effects are laughable. I still watch anytime it's on. I watch Indiana Jones. Not anytime, but a lot of times we watch Indiana Jones.
Oh, yeah, it's a great film. Yeah. Raiders of the Lost Ark specifically, or any of them?
Any of them, but I feel like they play Lost Raiders the most.
That's the most popular, iconic one of them.
You think?
Yes.
Because it's the first?
And potentially the best.
I don't know. Sean Connery's pretty good.
Yeah, it is. I would say, for me, it's one of those two is the best. And Temple of Doom, I think, is a distant third. But that may be just because I was traumatized with the whole Amum Shaba scenes from that movie. And the voodoo doll kid.
Now, see, you didn't even say my favorite part. That was my favorite one growing up because I love Short Round. But I love the dinner party scene.
Yeah. Fried monkey brains.
With the monkey brains and...
Yeah, speaking of Bigfoot, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
How much do you think fried Bigfoot brains would go for at Applebee's or something?
It makes me think of like those gas stations that sell like fried chicken in the gas stations, like where you can get gizzards and stuff. And if you go in there to like just pay for your gas, you smell like you were deep fried.
Yeah.
And you can get like, that would be something on the menu there, like Bigfoot gizzards, Bigfoot brains, fried up, get a side of onion rings and a Coke. $8.
Okay, so Raiders of the Lost Ark, 1981. What about Temple of Doom?
80. What year did Goonies come out?
Oh, come on now. You're turning the quiz around on me?
No, I'm trying to do the math in my head because Short Round was Data and Goonies, and I think he was in Indiana Jones before he was in Goonies. So I'm gonna go with 84 was Temple of Doom, 85 was Goonies.
Okay, yes, 84 for Temple of Doom, and Goonies, 1985.
Woo!
Wow, you're doing great on this pop quiz. And what about Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Kate?
Okay.
So far, you are 3 for 3 on these films. This is impressive work.
Okay, let me think about this because my sister was in high school. She graduated in 89, but I feel like it was later than that. 91.
Various other fail sound effects. 1989.
I even said it. 89. Gosh.
Yeah, maybe it was the VHS release you were thinking of.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Kate.
You go home with nothing.
I don't think I saw any of these films in the theater.
No, I didn't either.
Well, I mean, obviously Raiders of the Lost Ark, unless it got re-released. It probably did get re-released in theaters. For like its 30th anniversary or something.
Maybe.
I bet.
Yeah, I didn't see anything in the theater either.
All right, this has been Matt and Kate's, what year did it come out? Movie quiz. There we go. Another thrilling edition of it.
Thrilling. Thanks, Google.
Yeah, so thrilling, that's another word I say too. Thrilling, and I'll allow it. I need to work on both those. I need to get my thesaurus out.
You say thrilling a lot?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And I listen back to the show often, because I love laughing. I can't get my day started without my Matt and Kate. And
don't talk to me till I've had my Matt and Kate.
There you go. Available soon on a coffee mug.
And mouse pad.
Yeah.